What's up guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how you can install the drilled fluted cylinder into your SSG24. Right here I actually have an SSG24 inside an M40 stock and also with a short auto barrel, but this assembly is completely the same as on the SSG, so let's get started. Here's what's needed. We have Phillips screwdrivers with a set of Allen key and we have screw glue, the blue one. You don't want to have the red one, otherwise you can't disassemble anymore. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I remove the bipod. We don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of this one. You turn the gun upside down. Doesn't matter if you have an SSG24 with the M24 stock or the M40A3 stock, because it's the same for both. First of all, you unscrew this one right here. You know, there's 3 stock screws that connect the stock to the actual upper receiver and auto barrel. Then we go forward to the bipod stud, we insert the Allen key, turn it counterclockwise, and then when you press into the stock with the thumb and pull it up, you can separate the stock actually from the upper receiver. Okay, we remove the stock, we don't need it anymore. We can remove the bipod stud, and there we go. Up next we remove the magwell, so the first screw right here. Then second screw here in the back. And then you can take the magwell off. Best is when you leave the screws inside the magwell so you don't mix them up. Next you wanna remove the trigger box in order to remove the cylinder. So you take your Phillips screwdriver, you remove those 2 screws. You take off the trigger box. Then you remove the spring guide stopper right here. Then you can pull out the cylinder, and right here you will, this glide ring will fall off the cylinder in front. Don't lose this one, that's important. What you want to do next is removing the cylinder head. I use this special tool right here, but you can use needle nose pliers. What you don't want to do is take an Allen key, just insert it here and then apply the force onto the nozzle. You're gonna bend your nozzle and you don't want to do that. So you take the needle nose pliers or the special tool if you have one and turn it counterclockwise, the nozzle, then you remove it from the cylinder. And then you can already take out the piston, spring guide and spring. Then you have to remove the back of your cylinder. And here's the first time we're gonna need the screw glue. Take off the bolt handle, then you take your new cylinder, you put in the bolt handle, then you add some screw glue. So the blue one, just put it into the hole, otherwise the bolt handle will get loose when you fire a few shots. Here when you put in the bolt handle, don't do it the wrong way. This small metal nub has to face the back. Then you put on this part right here, so the cap, the end cap of the cylinder, goes on like this. So this nub right here has to be in line with the slot of the cylinder. So you press it in and then you turn in the screw right into the screw glue. So this way you make sure it doesn't unscrew anymore. Just put it in there. Tied it down nice and firm. Okay, bolt handle can still move, that's all good. Then what you want to do next is putting some oil into your cylinder. Use some silicone oil or silicone spray if you have some. Oil is better, obviously. And then you wanna insert your spring guide, spring, and then the piston. Here in the piston, once again, you can add a little bit of silicone. Just spread it all over the head, to make the rubber seal cap smooth and that it seals inside your cylinder. Then you can also take some of the oil and put it here onto this O-ring. It will last a little bit longer and it will not let you down if you maintain it properly. Press it in there, you screw it inside, and you can use the tool again to tighten it down all the way. Okay, then you insert it back into your cylinder. Here you can apply some oil on the outside if you want. If you happen to live in an area where it's next to the sea and the salt in the air, it's very aggressive to everything that's made of steel, like this one. It's good to oil it a little bit. Not necessary in Austria, but if you live in the Caribbean or something, it's nice to do that. Okay, insert it. Then you want to make sure that the slot is aligned. You want to insert your spring guide stopper with the knob facing forward. Here you have a little knob. You just push it in there, pull it out again a little bit, that it doesn't touch the bottom of the cylinder. Then you take your trigger box, but you want to add some screw glue here onto the screw. One here, one there. And then you just put it on there. If you can't get the trigger box on, it might be that your trigger sear moved a little bit to the middle, so you insert something tiny, you press it towards yourself or towards the safety. Then you can put it onto the spring guide stopper again, and you tighten down the screws like so. And next you can install the second glide ring right here, and you're pretty much set. Then you just put the outer barrel onto the gun. Let me do it real quick so you don't do anything wrong. Just you screw it in there until you can feel the resistance, and then you go a little bit back so that all these holes are aligned. You will see here that it's in line. Then you take your magwell. First you tighten the front screw, then the screw in the back right here. And that's it. Then you can put it back into your stock and you're all set.